The last topic for Construction Technology 1 is Plant and Machineries. The plant and machineries is important because it is estimated that between 20 to 25% of cost building works is spent on plant and machineries in construction works. Each construction activity and duration is determined by the method of construction adapted. Why do we use construction plant and equipment in construction works? It increases rate of output. It reduces overall building costs. It carries out activities that cannot be done manually or to do them more economically. It eliminates heavy manual work, thus reducing fatigue and increasing the productivity of manual workers. It maintains a planned rate of production where there is a shortage of either skilled or unskilled operatives. It maintains the high standards often required by present-day design and specification. Why do we use construction plant and equipment? These are the reasons why we use construction plant and equipment in the construction works. It increases rate of output. It reduces overall building costs. It carries out activities that cannot be done manually or to do them more economically. It eliminates heavy manual work, thus reducing fatigue and increasing the productivity of manual workers. Maintain a planned rate of production where there is a shortage of either skilled or unskilled operatives. Maintain the high standards often required by present-day design and specification. There are 4 selection factors of plant for construction operations. First is the machine's capability or specifications and their limitation. Second is cost. There are 3 types of cost need to consider. First, capital cost. Second, running cost. And third is maintenance cost. Next is type and amount of works. Lastly, if purchase the construction plant and machineries, need to consider the possible future use of plant. Plant acquisition policy or procurement method. The first scenario is if own all plant. Plant must be capable to generate sufficient return to capital investment. There are advantages and disadvantages if own all plant. The advantages are the availability of plant is at all time. It also will become asset to the company if own all plant, which can be seen as all means of increasing the capital base of the company. If own all plant, it gives prestige to the company. But the disadvantages by own all plant are maintaining adequate levels of acquisition, need to provide the backup service for maintenance and operation, the plant depreciation, high capital investment, and the requirement for plant yard for storage and maintenance. Next scenario is hiring all plant. Hire all types of plant for any kind of construction process. There are advantages and disadvantages if hiring all plant. For the advantages, there are less capital investment, well-maintained construction equipment that meets safety standards, not affected with holding cost of plant when demand diminish, advice on the best type of equipment for the job, and hire out construction equipment with a trained operator. But the disadvantages if hiring all plant, the plant hire rates depends on the market force. Contractor not in control of plant cost for construction. Availability of time depends on availability of plant. And need to pay extra cost for operator. There are 4 categories of plant and machineries: small power plant, earth moving and excavation plant, transporting and lifting plant, and lastly is concreting plant. Small power plant is handheld or operated power tools. These are the examples photo for small power plant, such as hand drill, hand brace, electric drill, push drill, hawk, bucket thrower, plastic float, paddle. The examples for earth moving and excavation plant are bulldozer, scraper, tractor, shovel or loader, skimmer, fish shovel, backhatter, and multipurpose excavator. The examples for transporting and lifting plant are lorry, hoist, crane, which consists of mobile crane, static crane, tower crane, supported static tower cranes, and the examples for concreting plant are concrete mixer, cement storage, ready mix concrete, and concrete pump truck. Bulldozer. We can see the photo shows bulldozer. It's equipped with a blade or metal plate. Is used to push large quantity of soil, sand during construction work. It's also to do stripping and oversight excavation, which up to depth 400 mm. Then it's to create a same level of soil. I'm pretty sure every one of you have seen the bulldozer at the construction site. Bulldozer is equipped with a blade or metal plate. Is used to push large quantity of soil, sand during construction work. It used to do stripping and oversight excavation, which up to depth 400 mm. It also used to create a same level of soil. Please complete the label for bulldozer. Next is scraper. Scraper is one of the earth moving and excavation plant. Scraper consists of a power unit and a scraper bowl. Its design and basic operation of the scraper bowl consists of a shaped bowl with cutting edge that can be lowered to cut the top surface of the soil to a depth of 300 mm. As the bowl moves forward, the loose earth is forced into the container, and when full, the cutting edge is raised to seal the bowl. Another earth-moving and excavation plant is excavator. Excavator is used to excavate soil at site during site clearing or during cut and fill process at earthwork activity. It's to dig trenches or drain. It's used to remove contaminated soil or unwanted soil and transfer it to the tripper truck. Raising interior or exterior wall. It's used also to install culvert or irrigation lines or utility lines. Excavator is used to excavate soil at site during site clearing or during cut and fill process at earthwork activity. It used to dig trenches or drain. It used to remove contaminated soil or unwanted soil and transfer it to the tripper truck. Raising interior or exterior wall. It also used to install culvert or irrigation line or utility lines. Excavator is used to transport soil into the lorry. The excavator is used for excavation works. Backhoe also under earth moving and excavation plant. Backhoe is used to dig the soil. The loading bucket can be used to push, can either carry dirt or gravel, sand or other materials. Backhoe also used to excavate soil and transfer it into the truck. Another photos for backhoe. This is face shovel. Please complete the label for face shovel. Face shovel is used as a loading shovel or for excavating into the face of an embankment or berm. The discharge opening is at the rear of the bucket, whereas in the hydraulic machines, discharge is from the front of the bucket. Face shovel used as a loading shovel or for excavating into the face of embankment or berm. Its discharge opening is at the rear of the bucket, whereas in the hydraulic machines, discharge is from the front of the bucket. Another example for earth moving and excavation plant is backactor. Next category is transporting and lifting plant. The function of lorry is to transport materials, workers, machineries, example crane and bulldozer. It uses diesel engine, which is more economic and fast. It should comply with all the requirements of Road Traffic Act, such as operation time, capacity limit, speed limit, and cleanliness. The hoist consists of a horizontal platform which is moved up and down vertical guides by a power winch or platform hoist. It's useful for multi-story building. There are two types of hoist: static, which consists of tower complete with platform lift constructed in cantilever; mobile, which can achieve up to 24 meters high, constructed on stable soil and jacked for stability. The capacity of hoist is 1.5 tons, which for lifting materials such as bricks block. The hoist is uneconomic to carry heavy loads. Crane is capable of traveling with suspended load. It used for high-rise building and prefabricated. The crane components such as mast, jib, and power unit. Mobile crane is the most basic type of mobile crane. Consists of a truss or telescopic boom mounted on a mobile platform, which can be on road, rail, or water. There are three types of mobile crane: self-propelled crane, lorry-mounted crane, and track-mounted crane. The most basic type of mobile crane consists of a truss or telescopic boom mounted on a mobile platform, which can be on the road, rail, or water. There are three types of mobile crane: self-propelled crane, lorry-mounted crane, and track-mounted crane. The capacity of self-propelled crane can carry 10 tons load. It's suitable use for congested site. Its speed limit about 30 km per hour on the road. The capacity of lorry-mounted crane can carry 5 to 20 tons load. It has a greater mobility on the road. Its speed limit about 48 km per hour on the road. Track-mounted crane. It used for unstable soil structure. It has wheel for spread the crane load onto the largest area. It needs low loader to transport to the other side. Track-mounted crane is used for unstable soil structure. It has wheel for spread the crane load to the largest area. It needs low loader to transport to other side. Guy derrick is example for the static crane. It consists of vertical lattice mast and vertical lattice jib. 5 guy ropes to give stability to the guy derrick crane. Its capacity about 5 to 10 tons. It used at the ship or barge derrick. The components of guy derrick such as mast, boom, topping lift, head, winch. Another example for static crane is coach derrick. It consists of vertical lattice jib, which is longer than vertical lattice mast. The crane is anchored to the heavy concrete block or foundation. It's useful for heavy lift, about 2 to 20 tons. Scotch derrick is being used for loading stone blocks. Tower cranes are a modern form of balance crane that consists of the same basic part, fixed to the ground on a concrete slab, and sometimes attached to the sides of structures as well. Tower cranes often give the best combination of height and lifting capacity and are used in the construction of tall buildings. There are 4 types of tower crane: self-supporting static tower crane, supported static tower crane, traveling tower crane, and climbing crane. Tower cranes are a modern form of balance crane that consists of the same basic parts, fixed to the ground on a concrete slab, and sometimes attached to the sides of structures as well. Tower cranes often give the best combination of height and lifting capacity and are used in the construction of tall buildings or high-rise buildings. There are 4 types of tower crane: self-supporting static tower crane, supported static tower crane, traveling tower crane, and climbing crane. As shown, the parts of self-supporting static tower crane are counterweight, tower mast, operator's cap, counter jibs ballast, jib tie, crane runway, trolley, hoisting rope, hoisting block, hook. As shown, supported static tower crane is attached with the sides of buildings or the existing buildings. This is traveling tower crane. This is climbing tower crane. This is a climbing tower crane. The photo shows the parts of climbing tower cranes such as climbing beam, climbing aperture, self-adjusting steel wedges, universal beam carriers, climbing mast, jib holding rope, hoist gear, and concrete ballast block. The parts of climbing tower crane are climbing beam, climbing aperture, self-adjusting steel wedges, universal beam carriers, long counter jib, concrete ballast blocks, hoist gear, climbing mast, jib holding rope, the last category of plant and machineries is concreting plant. A concrete plant, also known as a batch plant, is a device that combines various ingredients to form concrete. Some of these inputs include sand, water, aggregate, such as rock, gravel, and cement. There are 5 types of concrete plant: tilting drum, non-tilting drum, reversing drum, ready-mix concrete truck, and concrete pump. A concrete plant, also known as a batch plant, is a device that combines various ingredients to form concrete. Some of these inputs or ingredients include sand, water, aggregate, such as rocks, gravel, and cement. There are 5 types of concrete plant: tilting drum, non-tilting drum, reversing drum, ready-mix concrete truck, and concrete pump. Tilting drum is the most suitable for concrete with large size aggregate, in which the single compartment drum has an inclinable assist with loading and discharge through the front opening. It's intended for small batch output ranging from 100 to 200 ton liters. The complete cycle time for mixing one batch from load to reload is usually specified as 2.5 minutes. At below slide, we can see the direction of tilting drum. First, filling the mixer. Next, mixing. We can see the axis of rotation. Finally, discharging the mixer. The axis of rotation will be changed. Non-tilting drum. in which the single compartment drum has two openings and rotates on a horizontal axis, and outputs ranging from 200 to 750 liters. Loading is through the front and discharge through the rear opening. As we can see the below pictures, there are two openings, one for input of materials and another one is for exit of concrete. Reversing drum is a drum rotating on horizontal axis than the non-tilting drum, and outputs ranging from 200 to 500 liters. Loading is through the front and discharge through the rear opening, carried out by reversing the rotation of the drum. Concrete mixer truck is homogeneously combined cement, aggregate such as sand or gravel and water to form concrete. A typical concrete mixer uses a revolving drum to mix the components. Concrete pump is a tool used for transferring liquid concrete by pumping. Because concrete is fluid, it can be pumped to where it is needed. Here, a concrete transport truck is feeding concrete to a concrete pumper, which is pumping it to where a slab is being poured. Solution for plant and machineries is use of construction plant. It's very important in construction activity, which cannot be done manually, and to achieve efficiency in terms of cost, time and quality. Thank you. The use of construction plant is very important in construction activity which cannot be done manually, and to achieve efficiency in terms of cost, time and quality for the construction projects. Thank you and good luck for your later final assessment for DQS 102.